Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Alpha 4.0 is kind of live now. It's in that preview build, and the sort of progression that you make in that build will carry over to 4.0 fully live when they depreciate 3.24.3 in the new year. However, the depreciation will not occur yet because there are lots and lots of bugs with 4.0. And I saw a thread, no fix till end of year ? Seems like the server's getting worse every day with new critical bugs flooding 4.0. Is there any word on if they're cooking a hot fix? So Zyla responded to this. Part of the reason we wanted to keep both versions of live up was to account for this possibility. We still have some folks closely monitoring, testing, implementing improvements. We appreciate your patience. Now, CIG are putting up hot fixes daily. They are fixing loads of bits and bobs for 4.0. But it's very buggy. There are some good points for the most part with 4.0. The servers seem, at least when I'm playing on them, pretty stable, very snappy, stable 30 tick rate. And in that regard, we haven't had that experience before with Star Citizen. But that's not obviously going to be the case with everyone. Sometimes people are going to still have server crashes or not be able to log in. And there's loads of problems from people not being able to spawn their ships, leave their hangar, missions, not showing locations properly, not being able to be completed, not being able to get to some missions and locations, rubber banding, teleporting for NPCs and stuff like that as well. So I could go on and on. However, CIG have made a bigger statement on the problems for 4.0, and there's a post 4.0 preview status update from the beautiful, lovely Proxus. Hello everyone, we wanted to provide a small update before we go too far into the winter break. So we're starting this thread and we'll periodically be dropping additional information here as it becomes available. So that's great. It's going to be a living thread. They're going to update it with more and more information about what's going on. As many of you have noticed, the 4.0 preview environment has experienced numerous issues, some of which have been cleared up and some of which have not. Since opening the environment, our teams have been keeping our eye on how things are progressing to ensure we tackle emergent issues to the best of our ability. While we aim to have a more in-depth breakdown after the holiday, here is a brief list of some of the significant issues that have had corrective action taken so far. Global lag. Once players were jumping into the live scaled environment, we discovered that some of the aspects of typical player behavior were spamming the infrastructure more than expected. A series of hotfixes were deployed to reduce the system's impact, resulting in improved interactions, responsiveness, and faster login queue times. So I can speak for that. That does seem to be the case. Very snappy experience with a lot of the stuff. And that seems to be holding, again, at least for me. Missions. Next up, the mission service encountered degraded performance after players have been engaging in missions post-launch. After the source of the issue was identified, another corrective hotfix was applied. Now, I'm still having issues with missions. I think a lot of people are, so hopefully there's going to be more hotfixes coming. It potentially isn't as bad as it was because I haven't been able to complete some missions, so that's good. Hangar spawn. It was discovered that the very recent change to allow players to spawn directly into the hangar had some unintended reduction in overall performance of the back-end infrastructure. Spawning directly into the hangar has been temporarily disabled so we can monitor the environment without this added load and ensure that it is the only cause of the issue. So that is hugely disappointing because I really liked spawning directly into my hangar at my home location because it saves you so much time about getting into the verse. And I, typically when I play Star Citizen, at least during the day, want to get some footage or want to test something out, or want to double check something, or want to see if something is accurate that someone else has talked about or whatever, or jump into a PTU thing. In addition to these, we are currently in the middle of rolling out services updates aimed at optimizing reputation and mission services, social system improvements, preventing concurrent unstows of hangars, and safeguarding against the current leading cause of hybrid crashes. This is great to hear because I know some people are still having server crashes, and it's probably the reason I'm not having many or quite so many is because I play at quieter periods of the day. But yeah, missions, actually being able to play missions, actually being able to play with your friends, talk to your friends, get into a party and do stuff without a huge amounts of lag or problems like that is essential in being able to play Star Citizen. There's also a 4.0 known issues page, which will go through some things you can do to help mitigate some of the problems you may encounter or avoid them, but also just listing them and talking about them, from ship issues to location issues, inventory and item problems, as well as mission issues, arena commander stuff, other issues including FOIP and VoIP, and things like if you're having persistent 30k or disconnect issues, can't connect to the game, they've got recommendations and workarounds for that, and I'll leave a link to that down below. So if you've got a specific issue or you're unable to play because of that issue, that should or hopefully will help you. CIG are hot fixing this stuff, and Proxos also went on to say if you are encountering an issue that's not listed in this thread or in the known issues, rest assured we're tracking many more issues and I'll prioritize and fixing them as swiftly as we can. As always, while we are monitoring Spectrum, Reddit and other social media platforms, the most reliable way to help us identify fixes will be through engagement on the RSI Issue Council. Thank you all for your continued support, and we look forward to improving the 4.0 preview experience in the days to come. So I'll put the link down to the Issue Council below as well, because if you encounter bugs, you should see if someone else has encountered the same one and add to their reports where possible, so CIG can sort of triage some of this and work out what fixes need to be prioritized. And as part of the alpha development of the game, you get involved almost as a voluntary QA tester, but you get to test Star Citizen at its cutting edge, and you get to help shape the game, and sometimes it's help shape the game via bug fixes. A couple of other forum threads that I saw. When will the non-preview 4.0 hit? So when will 4.0 live fully be on? And we had a response from Xylo here. Hopefully not too long. Ultimately, the call was made to run 2 live environments for a reason, and we're certainly gathering great data from going to live. We'll continue to roll out more fixes and improvements in the months ahead, and we'll keep you posted. I believe that we'll have 4.0 fully live in the first quarter of 2025. I would expect March, in my opinion, and I'm expecting 4.1 either sort of like in June or potentially something pushing towards 4.1 with Fleet Week in May. But that is a whole lot of I reckon, and I'm interested to know your thoughts on that below. I did see another post as well, which is connected to performance issues potentially in the 4.0 build and Star Citizen builds in general. Let's talk about the empty bottles. The OP here says, I really don't understand why bottle items persist while empty. We can easily see tons of bottles lying around the verse. I see 2 solutions to solve this. 1, make them disappear when they're empty. We drink it, it's finished, bottle just pop. 2, give a reason to throw it in the right place. Make some container that makes the bottle despawn and the player receive rep or alpha UEC. Small amount, obviously. Players could clean a complete station to grind some rep or credit. CIG's Xylo again responded here. The logic and details of how long something persists will certainly continue to be refined. There's also significant interest in incentivizing cleaning up after yourself, but this is simply a matter of priorities and available resources. It is coming though. You want janitor gameplay, you're going to have it in the future, almost certainly. And it might also be refilling soda machines and stuff like that as well. I mean, just as simply as empty bowl, just get rid of. I understand that rubbish is kind of a cool thing if you can deal with it well, because then you can have reasons for players to act in a particular way of actually putting rubbish in a bin or cleaning up other people's rubbish. We know 2025 is going to be the year of playability for Star Citizen. They are going to be sort of refining server meshing. They're going to make the 4.0 and 4.x builds as playable as possible throughout the year, making Star Citizen a lot more mainstream. I suppose because they want to get Squadron 42 out in 2026 and they want Star Citizen to be in a really good place that people can just go, oh, Squadron 42 was great. Let's see what Star Citizen's like. Oh, it's very playable. Trying to work through a load of that tech debt, trying to get everything as stable as possible, and no more sort of legacy systems all updated to the new stuff, and then everything literally be able to be phased in when like new features are ready, phase them in, without everything being like this spaghetti code nightmare of legacy, new, and cutting edge systems all sort of vying for power. Is that what you think as well? Tell me in the comments below. I'm really interested to know what you think. You should definitely pick up NordVPN. Listen to this man. You don't have to get it for Christmas. You can get it for New Year. Also, Toby eye trackers are on sale. You should check that link out as well. Click them all, and then click on the join button under my videos as well to help become a channel member. It will really help become a channel member because it will make you a channel member, and it really helps the channel. Actually, just listen to the ads at the end. This is Merry Christmas. The Toby Eye Tracker 5 is on sale until the 3rd of January 2025. You can get 20% off now. It gives you natively supported high precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen, and it is absolutely awesome for deeper immersion, for combat, for a whole range of stuff as long as you use it. Go to toby.gg/BoredGamer or use the links below to get that discount and help the channel. Ho, ho, ho. Hey there, Timmy. No, that's Northern Claus. No, Timmy, I am normal Santa with presents for you. You're really a normal Santa? Yes, why would I lie about that? I'll have the one on the left. There you go, Timmy. Open your lovely box of spiders. I hate spiders! So do I, Timmy. That's why I would have picked the other box, which was full of NordVPN. Ho, ho, ho. Use the links below to get nordvpn.com/BoredGamer and help protect yourself online, but also give you better accessibility. It should be part of your Christmassy toolbox. Merry Nordmas, one and all. Every month we give away a Star Citizen ship, and December is no different. We're giving away a Starlancer Max, the new super freelancer by MISC. This allows you to do a little bit of everything in the verse. It's a great multi-role ship, multi-mission ship, and multi-crew. It's flyable in-game right now as well. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during December. That engagement helps the channel. Something else that helps the channel is liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing these videos. Thank you very much to the people that have gone the extra mile by clicking the join button or becoming Patreons. That really helps the channel so much. There'll occasionally be some exclusive content going up there. It'll be like Zin and I playing an escape room. So thank you so much, and feel free to join those lovely people by clicking on the join button or the Patreon link under the videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great ho 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 Nordmas!